And Treasurer Josh Frydenberg joins us now. Thank you so much for your time this morning. This involves two federal politicians. Your
Good to be with you, Ellie.
former Defence Minister Kevin Andrews and the Assistant Treasurer Michael Sukud. Pretty damning allegations.
Well, both Mr Andrews and Mr Sukud have put out statements and they've completely rejected the allegations, and they've referred those matters to the Department of Finance for review, and that's the appropriate thing to do. When I saw that program, I knew that Liberal Party members would be concerned about the conduct and about the language that was used. I share those concerns. I've subsequently spoken to the President of the Victorian Division, as well as the State Director, as well as the Leader of the Opposition, and the Liberal Party will deal with those matters now internally.
A few months ago, when this was Labor acted swiftly. I mean, do you need to get rid of Michael Sukud? Does he still have your trust and support?
He certainly has my support, and as I said, he's rejected those allegations, and as my Assistant Treasurer, he's done a very good job engaging with stakeholders and developing policy. But as for the broader issues that were raised on the program, the Liberal Party will deal with it internally. But the Victorian Division, Ali, of the Liberal Party is a very proud one. It's the division that has produced the likes of Sir Robert Menzies and Dame Margaret Guilfoyle, Geoffrey Kennett, Peter Costello and David Kemp, and many, many others. And my experience of the Liberal Party, the party that I love, is that people have joined because they share the values of the party. They believe in the power of the individual, freedom, personal responsibility. That's what has driven the membership of the Liberal Party in the past. That's what it should drive the membership of the Liberal Party into the future.
Well, we saw last night is there are rats in the ranks.
Well, what I saw last night was language and conduct that was of real concern. And as I said, the Liberal Party will conduct its own internal process on that. OK, well, it is a distraction today because Parliament's resuming. The jobless figures, what kind of numbers are we going to see? Well, we see effective unemployment today at around 9.9%. Now, that is taking into account those who have either lost their job or left the labour force or have seen their hours down to zero. But as a result of the restrictions being eased and the virus being contained outside of Victoria, jobs are coming back, and we're seeing particularly strong jobs growth, Ali, in New South Wales with 315,000 jobs, and in the last 2 months we've seen 340,000 new jobs around the country. Now 58% of those have gone to women and around 44% have gone to young people. So it shows what the formula can do. When you get the virus under control and you ease the restrictions, people get back to work. But certainly the situation in Victoria with stage 4 restrictions is very different, and it's Treasury's analysis that up to 400,000 people in Victoria will either lose their job or see their hours reduced down to zero. That's why it's vitally important we get the virus under control. That's why the Morrison government has deployed 1,700 Defence Force personnel to Victoria, and that is why we have also provided additional economic support, particularly with the changes around JobKeeper, paid pandemic leave and extra resourcing for childcare.
Well, as you say there, I mean, Victoria, that situation there has changed everything. We're not where we hoped or thought we'd be right now. It adds to the pressure on you not to cut JobKeeper and JobSeeker payments just yet.
Well, we've actually extended and expanded JobKeeper to go for an extra 6 months. It was originally legislated for just 6 months at that flat $1,500 payment. What we've done is extend it for another 6 months out to the end of March. Now, it will transition from $1,500 down to $1,200 and then down to $1,000, and there will be 2 different payments based on the number of hours worked, and that followed a Treasury review. But, Ali, at $101 billion, and supporting nearly 4 million Australian workers in this September quarter, JobKeeper is a remarkable program. They're not my words, they're the words of the Governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia, and they have helped keep people in a job. And again, it's Treasury's analysis that JobKeeper, together with the other economic support packages that we've announced, have helped save 700,000 jobs across the country.
I tell you what, we know you've done your 2 weeks in quarantine, that Parliament's back today. It's going to be pretty busy. You've got, goodness me, aged care, JobSeeker, JobKeeper, branch stacking. We'll be watching very closely. Thanks for your time this morning.
Good to be with you.
Thanks. Carl.
Well, it's the